Today's video brought to you by Mechanical Log Loader, Freeman Run, Potter County.
What's up, everybody? Alright, so for my short time in the woods, I've noticed that there's certain things you can do and can't do with certain species of hardwoods and softwoods that are found in my area when it comes to hand cutting. So in this video series, I'm going to share with you some of the tips and tricks that I was either taught, learned from trial by error, or watched on other videos and picked up on in my style of hand cutting. So hopefully you guys enjoy these videos, and if you follow along throughout the whole series, maybe there's a little something you can use or maybe not. It's up to you guys. So I hope you all enjoy, and stay tuned for many more videos to come. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. We're on a new job here. It's like Beaver Pond Central. This whole valley's got tons of them in it. But we're going to throw a little curveball today. Let's do an oddball species. How about this Sycamore? It's usually never cut for much. So people really aren't, it's never worth much. So a lot of people don't really take a lot of stock in cutting. They just kind of torch it off, do the best they can. Some things I noticed: the lower you stay in the stump, the better you are. You will get fiber pull the higher up you come. You don't necessarily have to punch the hearts of these trees because it's always considered a low grade log. But if it's a big tree, I like to punch the heart for the simple reason that it keeps that fiber pull down. You can get a little bit of swing out of these, not a lot. The wood is kind of brittle. It's funny, sometimes they're real stringy and sometimes they're not. I don't know what determines that. I mean, it's just like, you know, some people are crazy and some people aren't, I being one of the crazy ones. So but anyways, I'll kind of it cuts nice. It's real soft on the saw. I mean, the saw just kind of plows right through it. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of big factors with it. It can be brittle when you're limbing it. Be careful, because the limbs are brittle like poplar. If anyone's ever limbed poplar that much, and they'll tend to like break and pop and explode on you a little bit. I'm gonna try to, there we go. Okay, so let's cut this one. I'm gonna try to head it down. Where's my hand? Like right through there, because I have a road going that way down to a bunch of timber. So I want to throw it right off the edge of the road and keep that top beyond my road. butt. But that's actually a real ugly butt. I'm not real proud of that. It was chattering real bad, and it was first of all, I started my notch too low. So when I went to come around the back, I was up in the dirt. That's why there's that big step in it. And I was off on my aim when I came around the other side. The saw was biting so bad. Can you see the moisture on the stump? Tons of water running out of this log. Being that it's spring, it's just, the water's pouring out of them, and it'll cause your saw to bite up real bad. So if you're wondering what was happening there, that's what was doing that. I'm gonna go down there and try to knock some of that top out of it, then I'll pull it up with the skidder and cut the rest off later. So, all right, I got another one down here yet. We'll do that one next. It's even bigger than this one. Okay, next on the block is that big turd there, and that is a big tree. That's exactly why I cut this little shelf down in here to get to that, because I won't even be able to pull that with the dozer unless I cut it into 8-foot pieces, 10-foot pieces, and I don't have a choker to get around it. So the idea is if I drop it, it's leaning hard out this way, so it wants to go down. There's beaver ponds everywhere, and I'm pretty certain it's going to be very close to reaching the water. So the idea is I want to try to swing it out that way a little bit. And if I get it over in there, I'll be happy. You know, I kind of want to dodge these residuals. That there's just a gum tree, so if I trash that, I don't really care about. These little cherries I'd like to not smash up. So we'll see how this goes. This be a good example of trying to pull one. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't with the Sycamore. Let me get you in here. I'm going to try to get the tree in one side of the frame. Well, let's put it back here actually. How's this? How's that? So hopefully tamp this down. Okay. Oh yeah, it's all in the frame. Okay, man, look at the color on that. Big pink beauty. Okay, so yeah, babe, we got her. Now that's a prime example of the fiber pull, but I was kind of hoping that would happen, and a reason being, the nice thing is most of it pulled right out of the stump here. I left this hinge so fat is because all that hard side lean, I didn't want it getting down there. So it's gonna be a lot easier for me to pull it across this flat here rather than try to what's the word, try to pull it up over, you know what I mean? Plus it keeps that top up out of the bottom. I had this in my way. I didn't want to cut it because it was going to throw up. I had to cut all that stuff, and the idea, I don't want to cut that yet because I want to be able to get to this first, and then I'll come back and cut all these down. Well, I might get rid of this pine first, but other than that, so there you go. That's Sycamore in a nutshell. I'm a little more proud of this stump, other than this fiber pull, but boy, that would make some pretty lumber. Unfortunately, it's probably just going to go make railroad ties or something. I don't know. Whoa. All right, so that concludes this tips and tricks on Sycamore. Hopefully you guys pick something up on that. And remember, that's just how I do it. And these are just things I see, you know, this is how I see things. Doesn't mean it's how you got to do it. Doesn't mean this is how it is. It's just, always have sawdust in my mouth. I'm so sorry. Like I said, just, you know, take with this, from this, what you want. Maybe develop your own little style or whatever. So hopefully you guys got something from it. But all right, everybody, we'll see you, and thanks for watching.